Well, happy Monday, everyone. In today's Monday Motivation, we are talking about the power of saying yes, especially in personal relationships and at work. And we welcome our transformational leadership coach, Carol Mendoza. And Carol, saying yes is hard for a lot of people, but why is it important to entertain and sometimes really do say yes?
I think it's about building connections and trust. It's not about blindly agreeing to everything, but being more open to someone else's perspective. For example, when my husband suggests buying something big, like a really major purchase, right? I've learned to say things like, wow, that's a great idea. Tell me a little bit more about that, or how do you plan to go forward with this? I think when you do that, it sends a message of I'm interested versus I'm going to shut this down.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you're actually saying I'm interested, as you mentioned, and it can be a game changer. You're not saying, hey, I don't want to listen, because in many conversations, some people may feel, and I think I've felt this way as well,
right,
that she's not listening or he's not listening. She just wants to get through the conversation as he does.
Right. It keeps the conversation open, invites collaboration, and it really applies at work as well. So if a colleague pitches an idea that seems a little bit off, instead of saying, I'm not sure that's going to work, you could simply say something like, I could see the potential in that. Tell me a little bit more about how this is coming together, or how you're developing this idea.
Well, I love that, but what happens when you really don't agree with the idea?
Yeah.
How can the person that you're talking to, or if you're in a group setting, deal with that situation?
So you can excuse yourself and go to the bathroom and forget all about it. No,
not really.
Probably what you should do is ask more questions. Ask more questions. Invite a little bit of a deeper discussion without really dismissing it outright. Say something like, yeah, I can see where you're coming from. How do you think we're going to handle this particular situation? Or have you thought about XYZ? And sort of bring in some of those concerns, but in a way that you are curious about what they're thinking.
But
so
you're
I
not,
think that helps.
Actually, you're not necessarily agreeing with what they're saying, but you're opening the conversation, you're opening the door. And I think that would make the person feel better, feel like, okay, I'm actually being heard.
Yes, and when people start to hear themselves talk, they sometimes realize, oh, I don't think that's going to work. They figure it out on their own, and it just makes it a lot easier. So that creates trust, it creates space for more solutions.
More solutions, more ideas,
That's
and
right.
Opening up that possibility is something that we all should, perhaps give a try to.
That's correct.
So we're hoping that this resonates with you watching today, saying yes, that connection this week, and kind of transform the relationships that you're in, right?
Absolutely. And I say yes to that.
You say yes to that. One thing, though, that Carol says no to, by the way, and a lot of you are, I'm just sticking this in because we're all thinking about the weather, as Chief Meteorologist Scott Roberts.
I said I don't say yes to the weather.
As he brought up the weather and what's ahead, she was nodding her head saying no to the weather. But we know that better days are ahead. So listen, we want you to check out our previous Monday Motivation segments by visiting WSAV.com/Monday Motivation. And we will see you back here next week for another exciting segment. Thank you for always being here.
Hey, I love it.
Thank you, Carol.